Let's see if it works now. Now I think it works. 1, 2, 3. Prova. Hello, hello. And I still don't hear it. So let's do something else. Let's see if it works now. Now I think it works. Okay, now it works. 1, 2, 3. Prova. Okay. So I was saying the following, that this is an emulator of hundreds of different engines, chess engines, from 1970s to 2000 and something. This is called Mephisto Lyon 16-bit. I think this engine was kind of strong. For what I know, it should be like 2100 or 2200. And yeah, as we can see, it also open well. It doesn't play a bad opening. Now, how do we fight this? Generally, I could start with G3, or sometimes I have done B3, but it doesn't really work. I want to see one thing, something totally different. And let's see what happens. Bishop G7. Okay. Well, Bishop G7 goes to have a little problem, but hey, if he's happy like that. And so let's attack the center. Because generally the goal of this opening, the bird, is to control 5. In this case, I'm not really going to control 5 right away. But I was trying to control E4 this point. Oops, I didn't move that on the end. So I made a mistake. Okay, let's put it back. I don't know how it works. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay. Oh, so I also don't know how it works. Spiel. A spiel. So I played the castle. Interesting. Oh, and you have to move also the other one. Okay, so the emulator is also reproducing really well what would have happened on the real chessboard, because this Mephisto Lyon had a real chessboard. Now, look at this typical maneuver to open, in a sense, the center for me, because I'm quite trapped by the fact that he played G6 and Bishop G7. So that's kind of important. But so generally, I would like to put the bishop on F1 in B5, because again, I want to control E5. But in reality, now I am controlling E5, and I think we miss it. The engine missed it. So let's see if it works. I don't like much to move the pawns, but oops, maybe now I have a problem, because E3, it's generally where that kind of knight want to go, and then there is the problem of F6 that attacks my central pawn. So I retake control of E3 thanks to this move, and obviously now I have the problem of D3 because of the E. But okay, and where does the knight to G4 go? That's a little silly. Why does it play like that? I don't understand. I think he has a problem. Because now knight H6. Yeah. But now I have a big attack. So I don't understand. So as we can see, sometimes to move the pieces just for moving them, it's not a good idea. Yeah. Okay, at this point I think I have a big space advantage in this position. So my opening went out quite well. So my idea of playing C3 maybe was better than what I played usually before, and so I'm happy about it. How to continue here? So it cannot go on e4 at this point because this knight is misplaced on h6. And so maybe I can support my pawn with d4 because d4 would actually open the diagonal for the bishop f1. And here we see, like always, this is nice of these computers, they are really active and they try to take control of them and change immediately the pawn structure of the other person, of the other player. Yeah. So, what to do here? The situation. I cannot really open. I don't think I can play pawn takes f5 because otherwise I would have a big, huge problem. Because that would give back everything that I have fought for. So at this point I still need to address this, and I needed to go forward because if I leave it here, it's gonna crash. So I think this is the right move. Now, knight f7, knight f7. Okay. So what do I do? I guess knight f7. Okay, I think at this point, I think I needed to increase the pressure on the king side because generally this is where you attack. So maybe there is a possibility to play h4, h5. Let's hope it doesn't play h5 right away, but let's see what happens, okay? h4 seems good. And he played b6, strange. I would have played h5 because at that point I was trying to close the situation, right? It doesn't make sense with b6. Because now you let me play h5. And that's what I want. b6, b6, b6. Okay. Okay. So, how should I continue here? So it's nice that the computer takes little time. It seems that from my side I already... Wow, that's amazing. He said that he played for 18 seconds while I played for 9 minutes and 14 seconds. That's incredible. Didn't look so well. Okay, what should I do? What should I do? I don't know. I can attack with bishop b5 because after all I've removed master attack. I want to keep the... So this is the famous thing of the two weaknesses. When we have created one weakness, is not enough to win the game. And I have created a weakness on the king side for my opponent. I need now to create another weakness in order to divert the forces on the other side and then start the real attack on this side and win the game. Okay? So this is how I should do it. Obviously, I have not a clear idea of how to do it. I think bishop b5 could be a good move. Maybe. But let's try. Because obviously I'm taking a long time. I don't take too much. B5, let's see what happens, okay? Maybe it's not the right move. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, maybe it wasn't the right move because it made black move a knight toward the king side. Okay, let me move this before I forget. Okay, so let me do my okay, so now I still didn't finish the development, which is kind of important if I want the attack to succeed. What do I need to do? I need to develop the bishop c1 and the queen d1 and put the rooks in contact to continue my attack with probably a rook that goes on g1. So I will try to move the queen out of the way first. And let's see what happens. What does my opponent do? Oh, very good. Yeah. Okay. This is what I was thinking, honestly, because it's a problem, right? That bishop, maybe it wasn't the right place where to put it. We should always try to find a place where we put our pieces and we leave them there. Obviously, I didn't want to put it in g2 because it would have blocked everything. My idea was also that not queen e2, maybe I was thinking before, I was thinking queen d2 and queen h2. Okay. Is still possible. Or I should return back with the bishop. Yes, but I must return back with the bishop. Let's see. If I return back with the bishop, what happens? Okay. Oh, no. Rook e8. So now black is trying to create an escape route for his king on g8. But maybe it's too late. Unfortunately, maybe I shouldn't have played bishop d5. It wasn't a good thing because he brought that knight back. And I shouldn't have that thing there. Okay. But now I think I can start the attack. Attack. In h2. And let's see what happens. Okay. So I think this move is the right one because the engine started to escape, and the fact that it started to escape is clearly important. Now, I don't know. I think I could start with h take g6, but h take g6, unfortunately, I don't think it does anything. I need to bring the other rook into the game in some ways. And this position is closed, so nothing is actually happening at the moment. So just, like I said, I need to bring the rook in the game. When I have all the pieces, maybe I can create what is called the Alekhine or Alekhine gun, and totally go through with that. Now, what you don't want to do here, obviously, is play h6, because h6 would close everything. We need to open the way, okay? So that's kind of important. I'm starting to open the way, and then I will see what happens, okay? Okay. And now, after I took back, how do I continue? That's interesting. Okay, so here g6 is weak. It's clearly weak. So I could do something like, let's see, maybe queen h7 and knight h4. And then once there is an exchange there, the rook goes to h7. As we can see, the other rook need to come into the game. But why I don't want to castle? For a simple reason. I don't want to castle because the king then would go on c1, and I don't want to have a king on the same file where there is already a queen, an enemy queen. So it would give a clearly counterplay. So not a good idea in my opinion. Okay, so let's start to attack g6. Oh, it seems it doesn't fit. Okay, this a5 is a typical move in the Dutch, no? But obviously played in reverse because this is the Dutch in reverse. So it's when white plays a4. At that move, the first thing we must do, that is always told by Williams, is to immediately block that pawn from going forward because we want to avoid that black as counterplay or white if this was. Okay, let me see because I'm receiving a lot of messages. Okay. Okay, now bishop a6. Now this bishop a6, I want to exchange it because honestly my light square bishop is not really good. It looks like the French square, light square bishop of black. So I'm going definitely to change it immediately because I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for the attack. And then, like I said, in the beginning I thought I would have played castling in order to bring the rook a1 and b1 into the game. But in reality, I have another idea now. My idea is the following: king f2, because I'm avoiding that I put the king in front of the enemy queen, and I'm also attacking. Okay, this move, rook a8, I don't think it's good, honestly. Because why? Why did he bring back this rook? Maybe he tries to find a way to play king e7 and then rook h8. Okay, okay. So another important thing to understand is always the idea that we must understand what is the reason behind the enemy last move, because if we don't understand it, we are going to fail miserably. Now, again, I need to bring the rook on the other side, but I also think that the knight on b3 is kind of misplaced and is not doing nothing. So since the position is close, maybe fourth, let's bring back into the game that knight. My idea would be knight c1 and e2. I think this is the best because then it could go d3, h5 once I take care of the g6 pawn. Okay, so knight c1. And let's see what happens, okay? No, yeah, that's what I hate of these computers. They are always able to open the position. I really don't like it. And that's a real problem, big problem. Yeah, I cannot let it open the position. So if we start with this, I must stop this position from being open. But this is also the good thing. It's clearly a very strong engine because, as we can see, it's very active. It doesn't wait. Instead, I remember that there were some of these engines that they would just repeat moves and do nothing. Instead, what I see, this Mephisto Lyon, if they were really able to emulate that engine, it's really active. It's really active. So, what do I do? I think I think the following. I wanted to bring the knight c1 on e2, but first I would like to provoke black into playing c4, and then I can try maybe to use d4 as an outpost for my knight. It's kind of difficult to know what's going on here. Right. Let's see if I'm able to do that. Oh, yes. Yes. Very good. That's what I wanted to do because now I have control of the dark squares. It's dark square bishop. It's very, very bad. I can enter in. Look, e6 is not protected because it doesn't have a white square bishop. Yes. Let's go. And let's see what he does. I have to protect my pawn e6. Yes, yes, yes. But it's too late. Because, guess what? Dang. Now, how do you stop everything? I'm just worried. Because you cannot take on h6. Because if you take on h6, there is a checkmate. And you cannot really protect g6. And once g6 fall down, also the other fall down. Everything is gonna look how beautiful is this position. My okay, it's beautiful the position, but like always, this engine is giving me some troubles with b2. Okay, but as you can see, it's in a good position. At least I didn't give any kind of counter play. However, my idea was to bring the rook on h1, and that's what I would have played when I was younger. Today, when I play, I understood that we shouldn't let the opponent have any kind of counterplay. We must avoid that. So I don't think it's a good idea to let him enter on b2. But honestly, I wanted to play rook h1 no matter what. I don't know. I honestly don't know if rook h1 is the move to go. And I think I want to play it no matter what. Okay, now, if I would be a master level player, probably I should play rook b1. But lucky, I'm not a master level player, and I can have some fun in life, right? And again, sometimes we don't know if something works or not, but I want to play it. I want to enjoy the chess games. And if I lose, okay, I lose. But at the end of the day, luckily it wasn't a game for money. It was a game for pleasure, no? To discover how strong are these chess engines. Oh, okay. So, like I thought he did, he took my pawn on b2, and now I took away my king from the line of action. And we go here. And here I think I should be kind of safe. Okay. Now, what can I do? Rook e2. Oh, okay. I didn't think of rook e2 to tell you the truth. Okay. This is the problem. Rook e2. Well, I just defend. I don't think I'm doing anything strange. No, okay. Bishop. Let's see. Let's see what I do. Oh, Queen c6. Queen c6. Very interesting. Yeah, okay, so he wants to defend e6. I must do something about it, but I don't know what. I don't know. I want to continue. So my takes e6, not a good idea. Because of course we must still remember to play, to think when we create the candidate moves. We need to think. What are we going to do in this situation? So the idea obviously is first I check if I can get check, right? So queen takes g7, rook, king takes g7, rook h7. But then the problem is that h8 and the h6 are controlled by the knight f7, so I don't think I'm gonna win here. Now, knight takes e6, queen takes e6. I don't actually see anything here. No, wait a minute. There is a problem with the knight e7. I think the knight e7 is kind of overloaded because if I can pin it, maybe. What does it do after knight d7, king takes d7, bishop c5, boom, and is pinned. And then rook takes g6, and queen takes g7 is checkmate. It's over. Strange. This engine didn't see it. Okay, I don't know if he's gonna win. I want to try this line because I think it should work. Knight d7, king takes d7, bishop c5. And now, what does it do? Because once I'm able to enter on the other side, once the knight is pinned. Let's take d7. Now let's go on with my. Oh! No, no, no! Oh! Oh! What happened? Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I did the right move. I don't know. Oh my god, it's terrible. There is a knight there. I don't know if the game is damaged because I took it around squares. Why this knight is not on the left? I don't understand. So let's see if I put this. Okay. But it seems the emulation doesn't work very well if someone makes a mistake in clicking on the squares, which unfortunately it happens most of the time. Because I don't use a mouse, I have a touchpad. Okay. Oh, so if I play G takes. Now you can see it. Practically here is easy. G takes H6. And then I have knight to G5. The game is over. It's totally over. Let's see what it is. Oh, he's trying to escape. Ooh, wow. This is a problem because he could play rook b2 and then I have a problem. But let's see. How does he stop this? Oh. Wow. Maybe I should have calculated a little more. Rook here, check here, and now what do I do? H7. Let's see. I try to rotate the thing. Oh, wow, beautiful move. Beautiful move. Queen d8. Because he created an escape route again. It's amazing how engines are always able to find a way to win. But, yeah, the situation is terrible for this team. Let's see. do? Dame. Yes, dame. How do I do dame? I don't know how to actually end. Oh, yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, enter. Dame. Okay. Well, it's a little problematic, this graphic user interface that they have created. Okay, text feature, but at this point you must give me the pin back, right? So I don't understand how it's going to escape. I think I will. At this point I have won the game, because I don't think you can really win anymore with just roots, right? Let's see. Thanks. Thanks. Okay, let's see what happens. Now we destroy this little Mephisto. Ding. But obviously I have a huge advantage. I think also, I mean, at this point I don't actually need to think much. I just start to hit the pawns, attack, 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 and be kind of annoying. However, yeah, the difference is huge. From what it seems, I thought 25 minutes against the engine, just 2 minutes. That's amazing. That's amazing. 2 minutes. So if this would have been a blitz game, obviously Mephisto would have won very easily, because it's very fast, beautiful. But a pity we don't have anymore this kind of computers, because I think it would have been fun to play against them on real chessboards. Okay, so let's see if I do this. Does he think to escape? Yeah. Oh, he has to sacrifice the rook. No problem. Good idea. Sacrifice the rook. And this is the strange thing of these engines, which shows why they are engines. They never give up, probably. So that's what I find a little ridiculous, that they never give up. And I think I can give check. Let's give check. Let's see what it does. Because at this point I can even sacrifice the queen over the rook. I don't care, but first I want to eliminate a lot of pawns and see what happens, okay? Once I eliminate all the pawns, it cannot really do anything, and then yes, I will sack the queen, and I don't even have to think, and I will win. Wait a minute, I don't need to do this. Let's see what do you do when I bring another pawn to queen, just for fun. Okay. So as we can see, he tries again and again. But now the pawn c3 is untouchable. Oh, he also discovered that it was untouchable. However, I mean, 26 minutes against 3, so it's kind of good. Very good. The problem is that I didn't understand well how it works, the promotion. I'm afraid that I could have used mate or something, I don't know. Bang. Let's continue to check. good. Okay. Now I let him stay there, so he cannot have any kind of stalemate, and then I go to give him a checkmate. No, so need for skip a check. Then let's see if I can understand how it works. I want to see how it works. The promotion. Down. Down. And enter. Why didn't put it? Oh, sorry, I have to put it there. Okay, so I don't know how it works. Okay, why it didn't go here? Down. And no, here. I'm sorry. I have difficulties obviously. It's a mess here. I don't understand how it works in the promotion system. It's a little strange. Okay, in any case, that's what I was waiting. And this is checkmate. Does it say checkmate? Yeah, it says but. And so move 59, Mephisto was checkmated. Okay, now I have to go outside, but it was very exciting to play with this old engine.